Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so we're going to be talking about Spotemgottem. And not just Spotemgottem, man. This is going to be a discussion. I want to talk about none other than Duval County, Jacksonville, the city, for those of you who haven't been keeping track. Now, Jacksonville has put a lot of rappers in the game. A lot of these guys have had a lot of drama. I mean, you can see the stories out there. There's been so many run-ins, so many rundowns, and so much going on. I mean, in last year's news headlines, there were Jacksonville rappers all over the place, man. We talked about the Queso situation. We talked about the Yungeen Ace situation. We talked about Julio Foolio and all the drama he was getting into. And now, man, let's really take a deep look at who is the hottest up-and-coming or the hottest rapper, most popping rapper in Jacksonville / Duval County right now. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And, man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about Spotemgottem first off. Now, Spotemgottem has really jumped out here with some real good material lately, man. He's leading the pack when it comes to the young and up-and-coming rappers from that Duval County. Now, Spotemgottem has a certified hit on his hands with his joint called Beatbox 2. Now, Beatbox 2, I ain't never heard Beatbox 1, but Beatbox 2 is featuring Pooh, Shiesty, and man, this thing is a certified banger. It's going up. They got a video for it. I think the video was released like a couple of weeks ago, and it's almost at like 5 million hits. So it's looking real good for Spotemgottem on that. But his catalog also has a couple more joints on there, man. So he recently just dropped a project called Final Destination. So on Final Destination, Spotemgottem, man, he really hit the mark, man. I'm really feeling this project, and there was a lot of hype about the project when it dropped. So if you went to social media the week that it dropped, there were a lot of people on social media reposting this mixtape or album and just showing love and supporting the youngin' as he's getting out there, because he's stepping out big with some real big features on this project. So let's go down each one of those features, man. So the first feature that jumps out is on track 2, Beatbox 2, which we've discussed, and he's got Pooh Shiesty on that track. And you know Pooh Shiesty always comes ready and repping, man. They both killed that well done track. The next is a joint called Blickathon, featuring none other than Jackboy. So him and Jackboy pretty much eat that beat up for a couple of minutes. Now, it's a very short track, like 2 minutes tops, two and a half minutes, I should say. And man, they killed that track. And then finally, he's got a feature from none other than Hot Boy. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hot Boy is an Orlando artist. And man, this is just another good Florida collaboration. And I think, man, it stands out real well on this album or this project. Now, it's been up in Duval County for a while, man. Jacksonville, Florida has been going wild in the streets. It's been a lot of stuff that's been also mixing in with the music. So there's been a lot of people who've been arrested this past year, man, and things that have gone down in the music. You had the Queso situation, where there was a story that was going on all the major hip-hop and news media outlets who were basically talking about a rapper and his father being arrested, and a situation where there was a shooting and just a whole bunch of retaliation or whatnot. Now, two artists who have pretty much been the primary two figures in this whole battle in Jacksonville are Julio Foolio and none other than Yungeen Ace. Now, Yungeen Ace and Julio Foolio, if they don't talk about each other again, I would be happy, because every time these two get into it over social media, man, something crazy happens in the street. Now, as far as them being hot, I don't think they've lost anything as far as street cred or lost anything about their music. Now, Julio Foolio and Yungeen Ace on the music end have been a little bit more quiet than you say Spotemgottem. Spotemgottem ended the year with a splash. It seemed like a lot of the stuff that he was doing on the music end was outweighing a lot of the stuff in the streets, which is where it should be. Because Julio Foolio, man, I've been talking about him a couple of times. I've had a video about him recently, but most of it has been attributed to the fact that he's been getting into stuff as far as streets-wise and not as far as music, man. Like, his projects or whatever have taken the backseat to a lot of the antics. Now, Yungeen Ace has just been more quiet. Yungeen Ace has steadily dropped music, and he's more mainstream. But Yungeen Ace, you know, he's even if you look at his social media, it's only a couple of pictures. It's only a couple of things, because his story is well known. And he's part of the reason why Jacksonville is kind of on the map right now. It's one of the most looked at cities out of all the out of all the new emerging cities that a lot of people are just keeping their ear for and listen for new music and new artists from. Background of all of this music and all these artists, like I said, there's a rising level of crime in the city, man. So the city, meaning Jacksonville, and the county, meaning Duval, is going up crazy, man. And I know I've mentioned that before, but I mean, it's to the point where like they just released a report saying that the murder rate rose like 22% or something crazy like that. So, man, just as long as these rappers, man, can keep their ear, keep their head on as far as sticking to the music, I think they're going to be all right, man. They just got to make sure that they stop mixing the music so much with the street, even though I know that's a wide part of the appeal. So you got Spotemgottem as a new artist out here, but every time you see him, man, Spotemgottem is waving that, the blicky. He's got all that, the goons with him. It's a part of his image. And you understand that with him being so young and coming in the game. But, man, as he matures as an artist, you're going to hopefully see that change, man. Now, with Yungeen Ace, and when it comes to Julio Foolio, you know for a fact that they're about that business. But, man, one thing I'm waiting on is Yungeen Ace to drop a major, major project that gets critical acclaim for all the skills that he possesses. Because Yungeen Ace can sing, he can rap, he's got really, really good hooks, man. I mean, his hooks are some of the best, man, as far as like the melodies and being a harmonic or whatnot. Yo, he's got that. I'm telling you, man. He's one of those cats. And you see he links up with other artists out of other places and, man, usually gives them hooks or gets on their hooks and just kills it, man. So it's always an opportunity out there for him to splash and become a household name. I just see that. Julio Foolio, the same thing. It's just his music is just a little bit different. You know what I mean? His message is a little bit different. When Julio Foolio comes out, man, he's more about the streets and he's more tied to what goes down in the streets, keeping it real and feel music. Like he even said that himself, that, he's got stuff with stories and stuff. So it's a good blend and it's a good mix. And I feel like Julio Foolio is the better storyteller out of all of them, man. He's better at painting a picture, better at telling a story. And his stories and pictures are, man, they deep, dark, and more to the street stories, man, which is cool. So this brings up some big questions, man. Who is the hottest artist in Jacksonville right now? You got Julio Foolio, of course. You got Yungeen Ace, of course. But now you got Spotemgottem, and I know I'm forgetting a whole bunch of other people right now, but I'm just want to focus on these three right now. But right now, who is the hottest artist coming out of Duval County, out of Jacksonville? Now, if you were to ask me, I would say, man, it's still Yungeen Ace. He's still that dude. But, man, Spotemgottem is definitely on his heels. Now, with that, this being your boy, Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.